doing? This is no impact core strength. The only equipment that you're going to want is a Pilates ball. And if you have some lighter weights, we'll use those as well. But really, this is all we're going to need. And we're actually going to begin on our backs. So go ahead and lie on your back. Place the Pilates ball between your legs or pillow, whatever you have. Squeeze it tight. Walk your feet, knees, and hips so that they're in alignment. And then we're going to lie on our back, arms by our side. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears and make sure your feet are firmly pressed to the ground. All we're going to do is tilt our pelvic and then go ahead and lift our bodies up into a bridge. Hold this here. Press your palms down to the ground. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Press those hips up high. Squeeze the ball. We want to create little dimples on either side of the ball. And then slowly melt your spine down one vertebra at a time. Nice and slow. And then go ahead. Same thing. Press those hips up slowly. Press your feet into the ground. Pull those shoulders down. Chin into your chest. And just stay right here enjoying this low back hip flexor. That's all part of our core. And squeeze that ball tight. We want to keep the knees tracking in alignment with our hips. So we have to really squeeze the ball tight and slowly melt your spine down one vertebra at a time. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, tilt your pelvic, and then go ahead. Press those hips up high. Lift your toes, and then place your toes down on the ground. Keep lifting. Feel that good stretch to the back of the body, the hips. And slowly go ahead and melt your spine down. All right, let's go ahead and just take it into regular glute raises. So just lifting up and down. So when we think glute raise, we think, well, we're just working our rear end. Well, it also is stretching out these hips, lower back. All that is part of the core. So we want to activate that. Press those feet to the ground. All four corners of your feet are pressing. Try to reach those fingers down towards your toe, or not towards your toes. That would be really difficult. Your heels, and keep squeezing the ball with the legs. Feel that little inner thigh action. All right, team. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do 2 pulses at the top. 1, 2, and then lower down. 1, 2, and lower. Pulse, pulse, and lower. Up, up, and down. Keep reaching those shoulders down, walking them down the mat, drawing your chin into your chest. Pressing the whole back of your head into your yoga mat or whatever it is that you're lying on. Feel that fire starting to occur. We don't need impact for fire. We can start our own no impact fire in our body. The entire core will catch on fire today in the best kind of way. Now hold these hips up high and just pulse, pulse, pulse. Woo! All right, we're feeling this. Chin to the chest. Keep pressing the palms down towards the ground. Keep pulsing. Press, press. Keep squeezing these knees into the ball. Ankles, knees, hips, all tracking in alignment. We don't want the knees out to the side. Squeeze them tight into the ball or pillow, whatever it is you have. Draw the chin into the chest. I'm going to keep saying that because mine likes to lift. If mine is doing it, I know at least one more of you that's happening to as well. All right, keep the hips lifted and then slowly melt the spine down. One vertebra at a time. Bring your knees into your chest. Woo, for just a second. Now go ahead and lift yourself up. Bring your ball behind your back. So support yourself. Hands behind your head. And all we're going to do is just nice and slow, crunching up and down with the support of the ball at our lower back. Hands are behind our head. Elbows are out like 10 and 2 o'clock. Now, while you're here, I want you to press your belly button into your spine. We're going to feel a deep, deep, deep core burn here. We're going to stay here for one more set of 40 seconds. Everything is 40 seconds. All right, inhale back, exhale up. I want you to really plant your feet into the ground. Press them firmly into the ground. Inhale back. Woo, exhale forward. You got it, team. You're doing awesome. All right, 15 more seconds. And then we'll add a little extra. Nice. Check on, make sure you're not pulling at your neck. Your head is rested into your hands. Now reach your arms out in front of you. And now we're going to pulse, pulse, lower back. Reach, reach, and lower. Press, press, and release. You might need to keep kind of adjusting the ball to your lower back so that it feels good and supports. Woo! How are we feeling? Are we feeling the fire in the core? I am definitely feeling that. Pulse, pulse, and then we take it back. Here we go, team. 10 more seconds, and then we've got a pulse only. Woo! Keep pressing the belly button into the spine. Pull your shoulders down, away from your ears. Here we go. Now just reach and pulse. Pulse. Keep pressing the feet into the ground. Little reaches, like you're reaching for someone, grabbing their hands. Reach, reach. Make sure you're breathing, not holding your neck at any point in time. You need to just take a little breather, bring your chest into your knees, and then just get back at it. You're doing awesome. Nice. Keep pulsing. We're almost there. Pulse, pulse. We're reaching those arms out in front. Here's 10, 8. You're awesome. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your knees into your chest and just press your chest in between your knees, stretching out your lower back. Take it back onto your back. Bring the ball back in between the knees. Bring your feet down to the ground. Back to the bridges we go. Arms by your side. Lift your hips up high. This should feel a little more stretched out than we did before. Now, I want you to keep walking those feet a little closer, squeezing the knees in a little tighter, reaching your fingers down towards your heels. All right, just stay here. I want you to find your best form before we do anything. So hips are lifted, palms are pressed. Now we're gonna lift this right leg up and keep squeezing the ball. We're gonna go down and up, down and up, pressing through the left foot. Inhale down, exhale up. Awesome. All right, so this good, strong inner thigh work here. Kind of like that little squeeze, a bit of a Kegel. Keep squeezing the ball tight as we're lifting and pressing through this left hamstring. We'll switch it here in just a second. Keep the right leg straight, right foot flexed. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring your right foot down, lift your left leg up. That feels good. And then keep pressing. With now the right hamstring, right glute, hips are still shooting up. You're still squeezing the ball super tight. Chin into the chest. Woo. Inhale down, exhale up. You got it, team. Keep walking those shoulders down. Why don't we go ahead and engage the triceps by pressing those palms firmly into the ground. Triceps kind of pop off of the ground a little bit. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that left leg down now. And then go ahead and let your hips drop for just a second. Now go ahead and lift the hips back up one more time. All I want us to do is just squeeze the ball, pulse the ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze with the knees. Hips are lifted. So we're in a bridge and we're just pulsing out the ball or whatever it is. Maybe it's a pillow you're squeezing between those legs, or maybe it's nothing. You're just using your own resistance to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Pulse it, pulse it, pulse it. You got it. Keep breathing. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set here. Just hold the squeeze. I want you to squeeze it super tight. Don't let go of the squeeze. We're staying in a big bridge. Keep those hips lifted high. Press your palms. Reach your fingers down towards your heels. Shoulders down. Back of your head is pressed, and squeeze the ball. We're just holding it. We're not pulsing. We're just creating the biggest dimples on either side of this ball or pillow. Keep squeezing. The fire is for real. Hold it here and breathe. We're almost there. Keep lifting those hips up high. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly melt your spine down. Get rid of this ball for just a second. Take it above your head. Just shake out your legs. Give those inner thighs a little bit of a break. We're going to move on to more core specific abdominal work. All right, legs bent 90 degrees. We're back to squeezing the ball. Arms by your side. Legs are bent 90 degrees. Feet are flexed. All we're going to do is rock our butt off of the ground and then lower our lower back. We rock and then we lower. So when we lift our glutes up high and then we're lifting with our lower abs and we're lowering with our lower abs. We're not letting the legs go below 90 degrees, so meaning we don't want these hips to shoot out in front, or excuse me, our knees to shoot out in front of our hips. We want to come right back to a perfect 90-degree angle. Keep those shoulders down. Now here's my challenge to you, is not to let the shoulder blades pop off the ground. That's really hard. Press the belly button down into the ground. Chin still is in the chest. All these little check marks. We want to make sure we're executing properly. Good work. Little tiny movement. 4, 3, 2. Now bring those legs back to 90 degrees. Hips and knees stacked on top of one another. Hands behind the head. And we're just going to crunch up. We're nice and slow. Again, legs are still bent. Squeeze the ball. Let's get that inner thigh action with the ball squeeze. Watch for the pull of the neck. Just lifting nice and slow. Watch for the expanding rib cage. That's hard not to do. So one way we prevent that from happening is we don't let our upper body ever rest on the ground. We let the shoulder blades tap and then we come back up. All right, rest the upper body, arms by your side. One more set, rock the legs up. Now this time if you can go lower and tap the toes to the ground, tap the toes or the heels. Wherever you are, just watch your lower back. We don't want any arching in the lower back. So if your lower abs can support you lowering the legs down without an arch in your back, that's what I want you to do. Otherwise, only go down as low as your lower abdominals and your lower back can support you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring these legs back up to 90. Arms out to the side now. We're going to take the legs. We're going to keep them at 90. Squeeze them together. We're going to go all the way over to the left side and then bring it back up. Left side only. So we're going to lower down. Right shoulder blade stays pressed to the ground and we lift up. Legs stay at 90 degrees the whole time. Squeeze the ball. Tight, tight, tight. So the head does not move. The head stays pressed to the ground. Arms don't move. Shoulder blades stay pressed down to the ground. If they pop up, then maybe don't go quite so low. All right, now we're going to take it to the right side. Lowering over to the right side, keeping the left shoulder blade down to the ground. Nice and slow. Not moving fast here at all. Exhaling as you lower. I like to inhale on my way up, but maybe it's the opposite for you. Maybe it's an inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Real slow. All right, now team, we're going to alternate slowly. We're going to take it to one side, and then we're going to bring it up the other side. All obliques here. Again, keeping those shoulder blades firmly pressed to the ground, keeping the ball squeezed tight. Watch the lower back. Anytime we twist, and I know you know this, but anytime we twist, we want to be extra careful. This is a rotation, so we really want to put lots of emphasis on this exercise to make sure we're protecting the lower back. We're getting the benefits of it. No injury. All right, pause right here. Arms by your side again. Rock your butt off the ground. Now extend your legs long. We lift and we extend and rock and extend. Inhale and exhale. You guys are doing awesome. Inhale and exhale. Again, watching the lower back coming off the ground. We want to keep the lower back pressed once the legs are extended. And if your lower back is coming off the ground once your legs are extended, that likely means that you've gone too low with the legs. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold these legs out. And I want you to just pulse the ball. Pulse. Maybe you need to put a little bend in the legs. I'm going to put a little bend in my legs. Pulse, 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 pulse. Here we go. A little bit longer. Press the lower back. Maybe the legs need to be lifted a little higher. Find the height that works best for you. Keep squeezing and pulsing. Press the lower back into the mat. Watch the splaying of the ribs. We're almost there, team. You're doing awesome. Keep it up. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees into the chest. Stretch out your lower back here. All right, one more little set. Take the ball between your ankles, arms again by your side. We are going to lift our butt off of the ground and then lower. So press the feet up into the sky and then lower. So we're not letting the legs go down. We're just lifting our butt off the ground and then lowering. Lift and lower, squeezing the ball tight. Press those palms into the ground. Press the whole back of the head into the mat, chin to the chest. All right, are we ready to add on to this? Now we're gonna lower the legs down. We'll lift the legs up, and then we'll rock our rear end off the ground with our lower abs, and then we'll lower. And then we'll lift. Watch the lower back. And then we'll reach our legs up high into the sky, and then lower. Slow lower down with the legs. Bring them up. Lift with the lower abs and back down. Keep those shoulder blades pressed. I know that is so hard. Woo. You're doing awesome. This is not easy. Oh, breathe, breathe, breathe. And team, get rid of that ball temporarily. Just hold it as you squeeze your knees into your chest and maybe rock back and forth. All right, let's rock like roll like a ball, just to stretch out the lower back. Take this ball between your legs again. Give yourself a squeeze. You're gonna bring yourself in tight right here. Pull your shoulders down, away from your ears. Lift your feet off of the ground. All right, when we roll back, we don't want our shoulder blades to touch the ground. We just want the bottom of the shoulder blades to touch the ground, and then we bring ourselves up and we balance with all of our core control. So Amy would be so proud of us, Amy and Austin, for our rolling like a ball. Now I want you to pull the belly button into the spine, pull those shoulders down away from your ears. There we go. Stay here, just a little massage of the lower back, all the while the abs, our core is absolutely working. Woo, good. All right, here we go, 5 more seconds. Then we're gonna flip over, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, go ahead and flip over onto a tabletop. Keep the ball squeezed between your legs. All right, all we're going to do here is just squeeze the ball tight, 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 tight. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders. We're just going to cat-cow. So arching and then rounding, keeping a good firm squeeze on the ball. Nice and slow. Toes are tucked under. This should feel good from all of the lying on the back work, core work we just did. All right, now from here, come back up to just a good tabletop. Lift your knees off of the mat and then lower. And then lift a little bit and lower. So we're keeping that good squeeze in the ball while we lift and lower. Nice and slow. So as we lift, we're just coming off the ground like 1 inch, 2 inches tops. Real slow. Now puff up through your back body. Good work. Inhale down, exhale up. Just a little pause at the top, and then we come back down. All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna lift ourselves, hold ourselves up. We're gonna pulse 1, 2, 3, then we go down and up. Pulse 1, squeeze 2, 3, lower, lift. pulse, 2, 3, down, up, squeeze, 2, 3, down, up, pulse, 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 down, up. You got it. Good, good. Keep this rhythm. Pulse, 2, 3, lower, lift, pulse, 2, 3, lower, lift, pulse, 2, 3, lower, lift, 1 more, and stretch it back. Child's pose for just a second. All right, take this ball up in front of you. We're going to lie on our stomach. We're going to press this ball, our hands into the ball. And just like we were creating dimples with the strong leg squeeze, we're now going to create it with our upper body. So I want you to really push that upper body into, or your hands into the ball. I want you to lift your legs. Legs are strong, quads are engaged. Press your lower body or your hands into the ball firmly. Press and just lift and hold. This is a different kind of Superman. Extend those legs out long. Keep lifting, pressing the hands into the ball or the pillow. Legs are lifting. Stay here. Breathe. Shoulders down, away from your ears. Now, I want you to lower for just a second. Inhale, and then exhale. Lift and press. Hold this here. Legs are extended off the ground. Palms are pressing into the ball. Maybe you got a little shake going. Now lower. Inhale down. Exhale up and press. Hold this here. Hold. Lift. All right, here we go. We're going to go down and up. So to tempo, not to tempo, but we're just going to do some repetitions here, going down and then lifting our upper body up. As we lift our upper body up and our lower body, we press our hands into the ball. So now we're working the whole back side of the core. Legs are straight. We don't want to bend the legs. We're going down and up. Inhale down, exhale up. Nice and slow. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, here we go. Go ahead, just roll yourself up, press it back into a child's pose again. Just stretch out your back. All right, here we go. Let's work on some hips. Take this ball, squeeze it behind your right leg. What we're going to do is we're going to do some hip circles. All right, so we're going to take the leg back first and then forward. So big hip circles here with this right leg. I know we did a little bit of this yesterday, but with the band. All right, big hip circles. And we're going to rotate. We're going to switch the rotation in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch this rotation. Here we go. Switch it. Back. Back. So a while ago we were going forward first. Now we're going back, but I guess it all just kind of depends on the way you kind of view this. Right leg's coming up and back. Up and back. Up, back, and forward. Big opening up of the hips, big circles, neck and spine are long. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring this right knee parallel to the left, just like yesterday, but we're going to squeeze the ball, bringing our right foot up into the sky, squeezing that ball tight. Get a little hamstring action here, opening up the hips. This is the last bit of this right side that we'll do. Good work. Inhale down, exhale up. Pressing that right foot up into the sky. Almost there. Right leg stays bent. Squeeze the ball tight. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, come on to the right knee. Bring the left leg all the way out. Bring your arms up. We're going to work deep into this obliques. We've done lots of these before. We're going to do it again. Reach over to the right side and bring it up. Reach all the way over and lift it up tall. So we're just going to come up tall at first, and then in a second we'll reach all the way over to the left. We're reaching over to the right and lifting up. Squeeze the palms tight into the ball. Awesome. 8 seconds left. Dig your left foot into the ground. 4, 3, 2. Now let's bring it all the way over and then all the way over. Big rainbow is what we're making here. Awesome work. Hopefully this feels really good. Into the obliques. Good side body stretch. Inhale down. Exhale up. Eyes stay forward, biceps to the best of your ability. Stay squeezed by your ears. 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. All right, go ahead and come back onto those all fours. Take the ball behind your left leg. Come to your tabletop. And we're going to rotate forward, back, and then forward with this left leg. Opening up this left hip. So really open up. Big expansion through the left hip. Try to keep your shoulders square. That's really hard to not lean all the way over to the right side. If you need to come to your forearm, your right forearm, feel free to do that. That sometimes can be helpful. I'm going to do that. All right, we're switching. Rotation. Go ahead and take it opposite direction. So just wondering, does this feel wonky for you on one side or the other? This direction for me is very awkward. My coordination, I've lost it all with this exercise. Awesome. Draw those lower abs in. Keep lifting up high with the legs. Here we go. 10 more seconds, and we're going to take it into those hamstring glute kicks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, here we go. Knees are parallel to one another, and we lift up tall, pressing the left foot up into the sky. Again, chin is away from your chest, shoulders are down, away from your ears. Knees come parallel, and then you push your foot up high. Squeeze the ball, squeeze the block, squeeze the pillow, whatever it is, squeeze it tight. Great work. Awesome. All right, last 10 seconds, and then we'll take it over to the left knee. We'll work some right oblique. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, coming on to this left knee. Press your right leg all the way up. Arms come up. We'll take it over to the left and then just back up to center. Over to the left and back up. So if having your arms above your head is too much, like you're feeling you're not able to support yourself, bring the ball here and take it over. That's going to work also. Keep digging that right foot into the mat. Woo! This always gives me a cramp in my right hip. All right, here we go. Are you ready to take it all the way to the left and then all the way to the right? I've got to bring in my right knee down to the ground. I'm getting a right hips. That would be a right hip cramp. All right, here we go. All the way over to one side and the other. Reach those arms up high or take the ball to your heart. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhaling over, exhaling up. You guys are doing great. 8 seconds, and we're going to wrap it up with just a couple more exercises. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we can officially put this ball away. We're going to finish up with some bird dogs with our weights. All right, so we'll just come back to our tabletop. And knees are hip-width distance apart. You know what? Actually, take your ball blocker pillow, squeeze it. No, we don't want to do that. We can't do that. Never mind. All right, I was trying to give us a little extra, but that's not going to work. Okay, so what I want you to do is you're going to bend your right arm, press it out, extend your left leg. Now hold this here. Right toe is tucked under, left hip is tucked under. If it's too much to hold the dumbbell, don't worry about it. Now we're going to draw it in slowly and extend it out. Pull it in and extend. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, find your length. Inhale and exhale. So while this may not feel like a core challenge necessarily, this is one of the best core stability exercises we can do. You don't have to have a dumbbell, weight in your hand, no problem if you don't. Keep shoulders and hips squared. Inhale together. Exhale as you come out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just hold. Extend everything long. We're almost there. Hold this here for 10, 9, reach, 8, 7, 6, 5. Rotate the hip and shoulders under. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it down. Bend your left arm. Punch it out in front of you. Extend your right leg. Now here we go. Bring it in. Extend it out. Inhale and exhale. Nice and slow. Right hip is tucked under. Shoulders are squared. Very slow and controlled. This is our last bit of core strength. No impact core strength. Then we'll stretch it out in a child's pose. Coming up in 3, 2, 1. Hold it and extend for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, team. Put these dumbbells to the side. Stretch it back into your child's pose. Reach your glutes back onto your heels. Forehead to the ground. Tip of your nose grazing. Breathe. Hold this here. Take your arms now by your side. Let your body just melt into the mat. Y'all did so great. Woo. And then we'll finish off coming back to our tabletop. Press it back into your downward facing dog. Shake out your head right to left. Maybe pedal out your feet, stretching out those calves. That always feels good. And then we'll press both heels down and walk our hands to our feet, letting our body hang heavy like a rag doll. And then we'll bring ourselves up one vertebra at a time. Chin stays drawn to your chest. Team core, we did it. Awesome work.